So hi guys, it's later on this evening. I just got back down to the farm here now. So the second job I'm going to be doing here today, seems I got the mini hoe out under this snow here, is a set of tracks for my bobcat, or skidsteer actually. I want to get them out because the spring, the ground is going to be moist. The work that I'm going to be doing with the bobcat here this spring, I don't want to do more damage than the things that I'm fixing. So I'm going to dig out the tracks and I'm going to put tracks on her. That gives her more flotation. I used them last year. I picked them up because the first year I had the skidsteer, I was like, oh my god, I can't do anything with this here. It's, you know, the ground conditions was getting stuck. So I found a set of tracks on online. Me and the wife traveled over western part of Alberta there. I forget the name of the little town there. Met a guy there and loaded them up, came back, put them on, and it was like, oh my god, how the machine operated was totally different. It's steel tracks, so they are noisy, but I would have liked to have a set of the rubber tracks, but just couldn't afford it. So I got these secondhand and they work perfect. So I'm going to start digging them out, and they're under the snow right here. So when I get them digged out, I get them laid out, then I'll show you guys how I'm going to put them on. So I got the tracks out. I'm going to go get the skid steer now and ride the skid steer up onto it and try to get them on here this evening. So these tracks are about 450 pounds, so you can put them on by yourself, but it takes a little effort. Now I'm going to try to get the second side up over the tire, and then I'm going to go get the hardware and the strap to bring them together and try to get these things on here. Try to get as much slack out as possible. So as you can see, you got a joint right here, one on the inside, and that goes in these slots. There's a bushing that goes in through here, and there's a pin that goes through there. So I also got a strap that I put on here to take up all the tension, so that this here is a little bit more manageable to work with. So I'm going to go get my strap there now and try to get this started. So I got my strap here. Now the goal is to get the strap a couple back from where you're actually going to be working with, because if you put it on the ones you're actually working on, it becomes too difficult. So you need to move them a couple rounds back on each side, and then pull the slack end together, and then this joint here is movable. And the goal is also to get it as close to center as you can, so that when the tracks come together, it's both sides come together evenly. If you have it too far to one side or the other, what happens is you'll be able to hook up one side, but then you got to move your strap to the other side. So if you get it perfectly in the middle, you'll be able to do both sides. It's like anything else. It's a lot easier when you got help, but if you had to wait all the time for help, most times you won't get too much done. So. I'm almost there. So I'm going to go get the hardware here now. That's the bolt and the bushings, and I should be able to get this side glued up here shortly. So guys, this is the hardware I was talking about, little bushings, bolts, and a nut. Goes in both sides, and I'm going to start trying to put them in here now. First thing I got to do is put the bushing in. The bolt goes, the head of the bolt goes on the inside, the nut is go on the outside. And what I'm hoping to do here is just to get them get the nut on, and then I'll move the machine ahead so that I got room to use my my drill and impact. Now, got that side there. Now I'm going to try to get the bushing on the inside. And of course, inside is always the hardest. Not so much room. Really try patience actually. And you'll lose the bushing a time or two. Again, don't be afraid to get down on your knees and get dirty. Of course, always have persuasion. Just cleaned out any dirt may have got in the treads while I shoved it through. As I just pulled everything out of snow and mud, everything is dirty. And that's good enough. Till I actually rolls the machine ahead. I got my impact drill out there. So now I'm going to move to the other side. Take the strap off here and try to get set up over there. So when I get set up over there, I'll show you. So. And they may look slack, but you need them a little slack so that don't put too much strain on the planetaries and the drives off the skid steer. So, and adjusting them. If you see, everyone got 2 holes. So if they get too slack, what you do is take your tracks off and you move your bullets to the next holes, and you do that on every second one, because if you do too close, what happens is your track don't want to bend. So I'm going to move to the next side here now. So this is the second side here now. First thing I got to do again is get the strap on, and same as on the other side, get it in the middle, and you only got to put it on once. You put it on either side, you'll be able to get one side, and then you'll have to remove it. So I'm going to try to strap this one again. Guys, things may be harder when you do it by yourself, but if you take time, size it up, figure it out, it's still possible. I'm down here, I'll be down there till Friday, just myself working, so can't wait for help. Need to figure out a way to get it done myself. And of course, sometimes she puts the strap on the wrong way. And when you do that, you just got to retwist it. Then again, make sure they're pretty much the center. Got some ice on this one here. Okay, so that's pretty close. I gotta go get the hardware here now. So same hardware is on the other side. 2 bolts, 2 bushings, 2 nuts. One for the inside, one for the outside. Take steel brush, get the treads, a little cleaning, saves you some hassle after. So let's hope for this. And guys, if I want to tighten them, I can wait. My son's going to be down on Thursday, so it's a lot easier when 2 people's there. He can give me a hand at that time. So guys, I'm going to take this marker, mark where the bolt's at, so when I rolls the head I can see it from inside the cab. Then I'm going to tighten them up. And I'm going to go around and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take the strap off and I'm going to roll the machine ahead. So I just rolled the head enough so that I'd be able to get at it with the impact gun. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So guys, that's the tracks put on. I put them on, I suppose it took me half an hour in total. That's from the time, maybe 45 minutes from the time I started digging them out. Usually summertime, when I just drop them, I'll just park her, I'll take out a bolt and I'll walk off of them, and then the next time I'll just walk right back onto them again, you know. But anyway, I'm going to move some stuff around, and I'm going to do a bit of back bleeding here, and and I'll show you what it looks like when the machine is operating with the tracks onto it. So guys, it's an hour or so later now since I got tracks on. Don't mind me being red, I'm using rake and shovel and that sort of thing. But I said I would show you guys how the skid steer works with tracks onto her. So I'm just going to backblade a little bit of the dirt there now before it gets up for the night. I think it's getting close to 7 o'clock now as it is. So I'm just going to clean this area up here now because I got the truck out there. You can see her out there. She's ready to go tomorrow morning. So I'm going to backblade this stuff here, and that'll be it for the night. Guys, that's what it looks like. The skid steer backblading with the tracks on it. Takes a little getting used to her because she's actually about 2 inches higher than what she would be without the tracks onto her. And when you're backblading, if you use the heel of the bucket there, it's not the same. So that's why I've been using the tip to compensate for those tracks there, because I usually like backblade just dragging back the bucket on its heel. But that looks pretty good there. You know, made a little bit of a mess there today, getting tracks on, moving the equipment around, because like I say, it is spring in the air, it is still wet. So I just backbladed it, got the skid steer parked, and that's going to be it for tonight. So, like Mika wants me to say, please subscribe, please like, support our channel. Thanks a lot, guys.